Hello YouTubers, this is Joe Bravo and Mo Bravo Knife Review, doing a comparison video between my brown knives Cortex and LHCX V2. Both of these knives are absolutely stellar. I have been thoroughly enjoying them. They are very reasonably priced and they punch well above their weights. What's great too is that Craig Brown opened his books recently, and you can actually get one of these custom made to your liking. Production style, you could select whether or not you want the carbon fiber or the micarta. They have some marbled carbon fiber, a bunch of different colors. They've got different patterns that you could select on the top hand bolster of the knife, and they're fantastic. They are Fidget fun. They have razor sharp blades. They both use CPM 154 cm steel. The Cortex, which you see here, has the little spidey hole opening and utilizes a Warncliffe blade, whereas the LHCX has that drop point style blade, no hole, and is actually a flipper. This thing is a rocket ship. It really is. Both of these are rocket ships. I recently did a slow motion video and a comparison video between these guys, a Holt, a Zeba, and they just scream. I'm going to be honest with you though. I think right now my favorite is this Cortex. It is a ball to play with. Comes in at 2.7 ounces versus the 3.3, 3.4 ounces of the LHCVX, which really doesn't make a difference because it's a light knife. They are both very deep in the pocket with that carry clip, so you put them in and they just disappear. If you like the flipper tab, go with the LHCVX or LHCX. This is the V2, which indicates the pattern on the bolster here. This is a bolster lock mechanism, which is fantastic because, as everybody knows, I really like flipping my knives and not riding the lock bar. I mean, it is perfect. You could grip that and rip it, no problem. Same thing goes for the Cortex. You could spidey flick it, which I've been really getting a lot better thanks to my buddy Kyle. You could pointer flick it, kind of similar to the the Vero Impulse action, the smock. I mean, it's just right there and it pulls right down. It's very comfortable. And then you can pretend it's a whippersnapper or one of the front flippers out there, and you can give it the old Bic flick if that is your cup of tea. I mean, what really I think it's overlooked sometimes is how beautiful that carbon fiber pattern is. That is green carbon fiber, and I've recently taken some pictures with the light hitting that green carbon fiber, and it glows. I mean, the micarta, it's nice. I mean, if you want to compare the micarta, here's my Viper Cutla. It's nice micarta. There's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, that carbon fiber, the way the light hits it, it is beautiful. And, you know, you could tell that bumps that price up another $100. The pricing on the Cortex and on the LHCX V2 really depend on what scale configuration, what type of Damascus you use, or some of the other selections, but they're around $850, $750. I know the LHC VX2 was $750 and my Cortex was $850 table pricing. What Craig Brown does is he leaves the configuration and the pricing for the table on his website, so you can go back and say, oh, that was my knife. I believe the Cortex was the 11th made Cortex, which is pretty cool because that's a low number, and that tells you that, you know, this one was probably made with a little bit more care. Not to say anyone is less, you know, made with care, but, you know, I always like to get an early number because, you know, the quality control is typically a little bit better. The steels are CPM 154. Which I really have no problem with. I know some people poo-poo it because it's not M390, it's not S90, it's not S110, but I'll tell you, it's really done me no wrong. It came razor sharp out of the box. It is still razor sharp. I mean, telling you, just what more do you want, you know? The LHC, I mean, they're just stellar knives. Just to give you a little bit of a size comparison, here is my Paramilitary 2. And you know, I know I complained about it. The last video I did compared the Malibu and again that Katla. You know, maybe it's the fact that the finger, I don't know if you want to call it a choil, but the ramp, this just sits so nicely in the hand. You can control it, you could use it, you could choke up in here with the choil on the blade, and this is comfortable. And you know what, it's not just that it's comfortable in the hand, it's comfortable and ergonomic to get to the points you need to get to. For me, moving my hand over to this position for the smock, I mean the Malibu, it wasn't comfortable. And you know what, that's okay. I keep telling everybody, if your hand fits the Malibu, then have at it. I have no problem with it. But that's just me, and that's why I do these videos. If people like the Malibu, please comment. If people have Browns, I know my buddy Chad, my buddy James, I know a lot of the guys in the Brown Facebook group page. We love them. I know we're fanboys. We're not afraid to admit it. But until you get one, you know, people talk about Shiro, people talk about Holt, you know, Koning. Nothing wrong with them, but you can't say that Brown knives isn't right up there with that level of quality and performance from their knives. And you know, if nothing else, I want to let everybody that watches and subscribes know that maybe this is a brand you haven't heard of yet that you want to give a shot, because they've really blown me away. If I had to pick between the two, I would definitely go with the Cortex, in my opinion. If you're not a fan of the top flipper, not a fan of that blade shape, then by all means, picking the LHCX is not a negative. I mean, just look at how fast this thing deploys. I mean, it is lightning fast. And, you know, it's about the action. It's about the cutting performance. It's about the steel. And it's about the ergonomics. So, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I'd like everybody to subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how these compare to some of the knives that you would select and have in your pocket. And look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good day.